What's up, y'all? Tyler here for On Another Line. First and foremost, I want to tell you guys I'm super sorry because it's been 3 months since I've posted anything on this YouTube channel here. First and foremost, it's not because I got out of fishing or forgot about you guys here. The issue was I started a new venture on the Facebook Live platform, basically the same name, On Another Line. We do a bi-weekly fishing show that is live, that airs every other Tuesday on the Facebook Live platform. You can check it out at facebook.com/onanotherline, just like the channel name here. My cousin Josh and I started that every 2 weeks there. So now that I've got that thing up and going and we got all the bugs worked out of that, I want to come back and try to hit that 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm at, not even close to, I'm close to 900 now. Trying to get that, elusive 1,000 subscribers, and once I do that, it's going to be a snowball effect, and hopefully I can get, start bringing my knowledge to you guys and vice versa. I can learn from you guys as well. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how I choose to break down a lake. I've talked about it a little bit in the past. I'm going back to Lake Chickamauga in April of this year. I was there last year. Misty and I went down there. If you guys want to check out the actual video of the trip, there's a link down below that you guys can check that out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how I choose to use a couple apps that are in my bag as far as of tools that I use. And that's going to be Navionics and Angler. But what I'm going to do at the end of this video is I'm going to open up my Angler logbook for this trip so you guys can go in there and check it out. What I'm doing is I'm going to compare the Angler app to Navionics to get the contour mapping and stuff. And then I'm actually going to drop pins in the Angler app that I can actually pin to the map. That will allow me, when I have my Angler app open in my boat, that I can actually see those pins. So let's dive into it. So what you see right here is a live or a full screen version of the Angler map. It's just Google Maps here, but you can see we put it at the boat dock here at Dayton, Tennessee. So we're going to make that a little smaller there. So you see on the right hand side I have the Navionics app. You can also see that on the left I have the Angler app. So this is Chickamauga day 1. Here's some fish on the left hand side. Here's Misty's 5-pounder that she caught, was 5.2. Huge fish, her PB for sure, and it was awesome. So there's another good fish she caught. I also caught one of the biggest crappie I've ever caught in my life. So there it is. So if you go back up here, and I have both maps synced up here so you guys can see what's going on with them. But I have on the left hand side here, obviously this is where I put in, and this right here on the Navionics app is actually the exact same spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this Angler map full screen, and I'm going to go down to find my first pin here, which is here. So I'm going to make the map a little smaller there. But you can see my first pin, which is here. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here on the Navionics app. So here, right here is this Lake Crest Drive, same deal here. My pin is roughly right in here. So if we look at the contour here, the contour lines are stacked a lot really close, which means that's a really steep bank. I found on this trip that my fish came off of really steep sloping banks, and I will tell you that that pin there in that Angler app actually is a little skewed. It should be moved up a little bit. I forgot to actually drop a pin with the Angler Bullseye. It was new to me back then, and it was actually right in this area right here, which would be roughly in here. So you can see how stacked up or how close these contour lines are right in here. So it goes from 23 foot there in the channel all the way up to obviously 0 foot, but all the lines are stacked really close together. So that gives me the option then to notice that that's one of the patterns that I see. And if you look right here on Chickamauga day 1 on Angler, a little bit farther down, so here's the boathouse, which is going to be on this area right here. So I caught another fish right here, and this fish right here actually was the fish that Misty had caught, the 5-pounder. So if you look here, she actually caught that thing out in the creek channel. We were setting in the creek channel, casting towards the River Point Road over here to the left. So she was casting it up into, looks like 11 to 16 foot of water, and then bringing it back. She actually caught it on a swing head with a KVD rodent on it. Smashed the thing. I missed the fish on a jerk bait, told her to cast it in there, and she cast it in there and hammered it. So there is a couple points there that I can build a pattern from. So if you want to think about these waypoints as pattern points, a buddy of mine, Shay Baker, came up with that idea, and I think it's a great idea. I can open up my logbook and I can show you my waypoints, but that's not what this is all about. I want you guys to learn from this as well as I do. So I'm going to consider these things, quote unquote pattern points. So, I've found two, and I've noticed that, this one here is kind of out of the norm. Unless it was over here on this point. To be honest with you, it's been a while. I don't know which way she was casting. It was just, it was fast and furious there for a while. And you get somebody that's got a 5-pounder on the boat, you guys know how that goes. But it could have been just coming off of this area right here where you can see that there's a lot more contour lines stacked up. Again, that means it's a really steep bank, or the slope there is a lot less gradual. It could be like a bluff point, or it could be like a 60+ degree angle bank. So let's work our way down here a little bit farther. Hook set right there. I must have been using the angler tracker at that point. Missed a fish. So let's zoom in here on this point right here. So this fish right here, let's see what fish this was. This is Misty's other good fish. So she caught 2 good fish on day 1. You can see there right here, if we work our way down, this is the exact same point here on the Navionics app. So we zoom in here, she actually caught it right here, almost on the point. And you can see again, those creek bank, that side is a lot steeper than the left-hand side of the creek bank. So I've created a pattern. I've created this pattern that says, okay, they're on a lot steeper banks, and it could be in creek channels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here, if you get up in here, Mud Creek, that's it's pretty shallow up in there, so I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go down, and I'm going to find another creek down through here. And let's see here, that's pretty shallow. I want a bigger creek. Let's go down in here. So here is, let's see, what creek is this here? I don't know. I'm not huge on Chickamauga. So looks like Cell Creek. That's where we're at. That's exactly right. Cell Creek. So here is what we're looking for. So I'm going to zoom out here with the Angler. Normally I would do this full screen with the Angler app, but I'm showing you guys both how to do that. So I want to see this here. Let's go in and edit. Edit the name there. Don't know why I've done that. So I'm gonna zoom out here. Let's just make this full screen to make it easier to see where we're at. So from the boat ramp, we're gonna go down here to Cell Creek. So as you can see here, I've already been up in here. So what I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to see if this pattern holds true. Again, this is the same day, different location. So here are a couple fish. Let's see what fish this is. Pretty good largemouth there. And here, like I said, the biggest crappie I've ever caught, probably. So let's look where this at. So there's the bridge, this bank right here. So again, you could definitely tell that the creek channel goes right along the edge of that bank, and the bank actually slopes really hard. And I caught 2 good fish there. I fished all the way around here. Notice that the bank slopes a lot easier there. The contour lines are a lot farther apart. So let's see. So on this side of Cell Creek, one of these, I don't know if you can get up in here or not, to be honest with you. Again, I'm not huge on Chickamauga. I'm just breaking it down here. So here's a really steep bank over here on this side, which would be over here. All right, so so now that I'm in map view on the Angler app here, you can see that I have my historic waypoints turned on. So this is the exact same. These both match up here. So I have the flooded timber here, and so I can see now that this bank right here again is something that I want to actually mark. So I can actually click and drag. I don't want to do a catch because that's something I can click and drag out a custom waypoint, and then I can edit that in the map feature if I wanted to. I can go in here. So I'm going to choose to edit this thing, and I'm going to say steep bank could be good in the spring. So then, again, let's we're gonna leave a custom waypoint, save it. And this pin to map function here, that's what I was talking about. If you choose that, then it'll actually show up on your app so you can actually see it when you're in app running it. So that's a pretty good deal there. So I'm gonna close that. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find some more. So I'm gonna go back out here, and here's a really steep bank right here. Let's see, yeah, it's pretty steep right there. Let's see, oh, it's real steep right here. So this is what we're gonna do. We're definitely going to go over here, which is going to be this bank right here. And I'm going to drop a pin right here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Let's drag out a custom pin right there. I'm going to right click on this, or actually click on it, sorry. Edit. Steep bank. Again. Could be in the spring. Good in the spring. We could put anywhere like 31 foot deep. So there we go. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to choose custom here. You don't have to do this if you don't want. So I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to close that. So now I have this custom pinpoint map here. So I'm going to continue looking through on this creek. So that's fairly steep there, the channel swing bank there. So I'm going to keep on going down here a little farther, and that's this bank right here. So I'm going to drop another custom pin, which is going to be right here. And again, I'm going to go in here and edit this thing to say that it's a steep bank. And again, you can go as crazy or as less points as you want to. Again, steep bank, could be good in the spring. And I'm doing that by patterns that I've found so far with Chickamauga. It was in the spring when I fished. Could it be good in the fall? Sure, but I don't know. I'm going to be there in the spring. So, and I'm going to continue working my way out here behind these boat docks. Probably not so much. That point right there is fairly good, but since it's so close, I would probably fish from one to the other anyway. So I'm not going to mark that point there. One thing I did learn about Chickamauga is stay in the buoys, man. I tell you what, yeah, it's pretty crazy. This area right here is a lot shallower than it says. It says 14 foot deep, but in winter pool it's like 3. So let's look at another spot here, and we'll break it down here one more time. So here's an actual fish locator here on Chickamauga. So if you look at that, fishing or diving hotspot, that's something that they've done for Chickamauga. So let's go out here, and we can, if I want to add that to a map, I'll just go back out here where I'm at on the Angler app and find that where that's at. You can actually probably pretty much see it right there. And I'm going to drag out honey hole right in there. So it's going to be, it's actually right about here. I can go in there and edit. Navionics. Hotspot. Save. So, that's how I'm going to choose to use these two apps hand in hand. In a couple months, hopefully Angler partners with Navionics, so you don't have to use both. You can just use one at the same time. But that's something they're working on. A lot of new things coming off. But, that's one way that I use both apps to make myself a better fisherman. I can break down lakes before I even go to them. Especially using this really awesome, satellite imagery that we have now with Google Maps and stuff. And you can actually see things that you may want to fish and drop pins on them. Make sure they're pinned to the map, and when you pull up your Angler app on the water, you can actually, navigate right to those things, which is pretty amazing. So, I chose a pattern that I know that has worked in the past. I was there, found these really deep, rocky drop-offs here and stuff, and we caught fish. So, hopefully you guys can use this to your advantage and put this in your, I guess, your bag of tricks for going to especially new lakes or breaking down patterns of lakes that you've been to a lot. Maybe this will help you find a place that you never thought about fishing before. If you enjoy this video, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, hit the bell beside the subscribe so you know when I'm actually uploading videos. I would appreciate it. Definitely go over and then follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok now. Just checking that thing out, but it's all on another line. Same deal. Facebook.com on another line. Obviously YouTube.com on another line. Twitter and Instagram is the same. So thank you guys very much for checking out this video. If it helps you, share it. If you have any questions, drop the comment below. Also, guys, down below there is a couple links. One is the actual video of this actual trip that we went in March. And the other one is the logbook for my Angler app for that trip, so you guys can check it out. Till next time, guys. See you later. Tight lines.